Yeah, you me uncle. See the amount of divestment when we see a one white necks and private sectors that are take over. This governmental system only create the prostitutes and robbers and thieves. The amount of factories when we see closed down the other day. And people without jobs and weekend salaries. Why? Worries and problems. We get to youths are working hard to survive. Politicians still coming with bribe, but then the youths are holding on. Worries and problems. I get the youths are working hard to survive, but politicians still coming with bribe, but then the youths are holding on. Hey, why? As far as my eyes can see, the silent is in devastation. And only thing that they can do is try to convince this nation. So them come around time to time taking enumeration, just to call them election. And the dates that they move to IMF organization leave us in desolation. Hey, and our worries and problems. Cause ghetto youths are working hard to survive, but then the system is just giving a fight. But all the youths are holding on. Our worries and problems. Then the youths are working hard to survive, but then the system is giving a fight.
Yes, master, this is the Jack Troopers Vice Machine Run. Interview with Mr. Dwight Duncan, aka Bushman, talking to me, Hussla D. So yo, Bushman, what go on, my brother?
Cool, my brother.
Yes, King. Firstly, I want to say give thanks for taking the time out to talk to us and for endorsing the Vice Machine Run show. As you know, it's a UK-based radio show that promotes reggae music to the fullest. So to have artists like yourself endorsing the program, it's a great strength. So give thanks for that, King.
Yes, sir.
For real, for real. So tell us, where did your journey start? Where did your musical journey start from as Dwight Duncan? Before your name Bushman?
My musical journey started quite early because I really identified the love of music when we had at Sunday school. One thing is that Jamaica have the most churches in a per square mile. That's how people might even start this over and over. Now in this book of world records, Jamaica have the most churches per square mile. They find that most artists, if they check out them influences that come from basically the church. So Sunday school, Jesus loved me, they decide no one. Those device so unique. Remember one time they used to call me Archangel in that church, most likely. Yeah. So it started in a church really, and going to school now. I will by influence too, you know. So going to school now, school concerts and things that we exercise it because we love it so much. So we exercise it at school concert, and we love drama class, and we get to exercise. Also act and say a couple recite a couple of poems and stuff and sing. So I love drama, you know, so at them places we exercise, you know. But when Gilbert blew now, Gilbert now play a great role because when Gilbert blew now, a lot of the schools weren't active at age 15 plus going to 16 now. I was wondering what's happening, going to school to and fro and no class keeping and so on. So the sound system is where I took onto, you know, so that's where it really starts. Grow to a profession.
Yeah. Okay. And that leads on to the next question of how and when would you say Bushman, the artist, became established in the reggae industry?
Yeah. Well, Gilbert was about 88, am I right?
Yeah, I think so.
88. I think September 2nd, 88. So, yeah, I start do a lot of dub plates and we used to select on this song called Black Star Line. And, you know, because at that time you never have the whole of bedroom student. It's never so easy. Student never in a computer. So basically, no wasn't in Thomas facilitate local energy. So, man have to reach nice city. So this is when we start home ride now to the inner city now because St. Thomas is like 32 miles away from Kingston. So
yeah,
booming ride to Kingston was the ultimate move, you know. So So at about 1990, 1991, Bushman start boom right now, got Kingston. So we have to really go find facility for the talent to really have Rastafari.
Seeing. So you hear that massive. About 1990, 1991, Bushman leaves from his parish, St. Thomas in Jamaica, and heads to the capital city, Kingston, to establish himself as an artist in the reggae industry. So Bushman,
yes, sir.
When would you say that you got your actual bus, your actual break? For say, yeah, everybody knows Bushman, you get your first hit.
Break into the industry, yes, sir. 95 now, 95, yes. Me, Steely Clevie at early 95. And by December 95, the second song, really and truly, the first song we released was Go You Naughty Bongo Bongo, will you make it come down? When you like
pop,
come down.
Rastafari. Hold on, what we're gonna do, we're gonna play the song and make the people hear the song what you're talking about.
Come down, and you show light fi come down. Yo, you naughty bongo congo woolly make it come down, and you show light fi come down. Can we get fi understand say and the right tradition? Rastaman bun down Babylon. Hey, grow your locks to a higher dimension. Rastaman got the solution. Go on, Samson was brave and strong, but he got deceived by a woman. So when she cut off the locks of the Rastaman, then the Rasta coulda never ever prolong. So go you naughty bongo congo only make it come down, and you show light fi come down. Go you naughty bongo congo only make it come down, and you show light fi Rastaman tradition. Long, 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 hey, Rastaman tradition long, hey, from way back when, oh well, so let it grow, let it grow.
Mr. Bushman says go you naughty. And this is the Vice Machine Run. Myself, Hussla D, interview with Mr. Bushman himself. So as it said, Bushman, this was your first release with Steely Clevie, but not your first hit.
Sound music was more diverse in them time than people really have to come to it in a Jamaica and so on. So if we really get the break now, call here was the song. Rinsing shot in head, no need to bowl, no need to beg. A lot of people say, yo, a gun tune, but it's a tune with a speak of violence as it is, because we have to say, mankind no easy. So I'm gonna have to carefully at the introduction of the song, and we have to say, rinsing shot in head, no need to. So 95 December when that tune that dropped, it was like, yeah, the bomb.
You get the hit.
Yeah. That was like the starting of the profession break into the industry, yes I.
Mankind ain't no easy, mankind is crazy.
The great Bushman and the hit that gave him his official break into the industry back in 1995. Produced by the legendary Steely Clevie.
Rinsing shot in head, no need to ball, no need to beg. Gangsters no see even lead. Oh Lord, another skull bus, mother receive another gunman dead. Family and friends once more fish and bread. Somebody call the earth, cause the body's getting stink. It needs to leave the turf. Make it quick because it's getting worse. Gangsta no fed no powder, gunmen night and nurse. Them say them gun no giant lodge, nor it no giant church. Oh lordy, another gunman gone in the cemetery tonight. Oh Lord, another gunman chase and them lose them life. Aye, gangsta no save no live now. Rude boys them no save no way. Rude boys are gonna lose them life. Come on. So now I realize it's just pure war and just pure crime. Mankind is crazy. Lord have mercy, well then, man keep busting Glock, and man keep busting them take 9. Mankind ain't easy. Lord have mercy, why? Well, as another skull bust, mother receive another gunman dead. Family and friends want more fish and bread. Somebody call the herbs, cause the body's getting stiff. It needs to leave the turf. Make it quick because it's getting
Bushman says call the hearse. And we're hearing live and direct from the man himself here on the Vice Machine Run. So as you just heard, Bushman in a dancehall style, but still maintaining the conscious element of his lyrics and songwriting. So Bushman, as this is something that you've kept consistent throughout your musical career, making your stance as an artist that represents Rasta, where did your influence of Rastafari come from?
Well, it's a journey, you know, because one of the things is that my mom side people was Christian life. My dad's side now is Christian life, but my dad is a Rasta man. You know what I say? So ever since growing up as a youth, the likes of a Peter Touch, a Bob Marley, a Jimmy Cliff, a Jacob Miller, the likes of Dennis Brown, the likes of Sanchez, the likes of Stereograph, Stereo, you know, sound system and the whole thing. I used to play around my yard. Cassette used to play every minute because my dad used to go to the dance and tape the dance them and bring them home. So that was quite influential. So I am a Rasta from birth. You know what I say? So you find, you know, one of the things that, you know, you have to be flexible in the music, you know. That's why I really did have to go dancer, because you have to have a flexibility to get around. You know what I mean? Definitely. You know what I mean? So what really leads me to Rasta is that man a Rasta from birth. A man knows his Imperial Majesty is the Almighty. You know what I mean? I say Kings of Kings, Lords of Lords, conquering lion from the tribe of Judah, born July 23rd. You know what I mean? I say, and he comes from the line of King David and the whole energy. So that's how we come all from the Rastafari. I know that's it.
Sila. So it was a conscious decision you made prior to even embarking on the musical journey that if you are going to the music thing, the artist Bushman has to be known as a conscious reggae artist.
Yeah, because watch out, I'm sure you know, music is like a transportation, as Bob would say, and a lot of people say for messages. And then I'm like the voice of the people whose voice cannot be heard. So when I venture into music, the whole thing is to speak of plight that I have and I see people around me have and my family and friends have, you know, and make them be heard. So that's why this one can make things happen. One can mend our plight that we have round about, around wide. As I said, when I started the music, you know, knowing that there are so much growth, so much plight where poor people and my people, you know, have. And I see music as the transport, you know, and I see myself as the voice of the people. So much people who have problems that their voice aren't being heard. I can be the voice for them. So this is why I hold on to this trend. And this is my step that I take to do opposite. You know, a lot of people do the opposite of good and I do the opposite of bad. You know what I mean?
So that's yeah. So as a musician and an artist, who would you say has been most influential to you to even help nurture your craft and create your style, what we know as Bushman? Yeah,
well, you know, the Bushman now. First, you know, influential, it starts with Bob, because you know Bob now. Bob dominates music, he's so prominent around the thing that if you play reggae, you can't left out Bob, unless you're an idiot to music. You know what I mean? You can't left out Bob. Basically, the whole train of Bob, Peter, Bunny, Jacob, the whole energy. Dennis Brown is you know what I mean, the influence of Dennis Brown, and there are so many offspring, like Luciana, which is one of my influences also. You have Michael Buckley, you have Stonewall Jackson, you have Frankie Pass, you have Richie Stevens, you have Ian Sweetness. So many baritones, you know what I mean? But after getting the name and learning about the name Bushman, then I find out that the musical medicine comes spiritually. So if you check out Bushman, you know, you will hear some songs where even Junior Reid, at times you will hear some melody where Junior Reid sing them melody that Junior Reid influenced that. You will hear a melody where Dennis Brown, you will hear a melody where Frankie Paul, you will hear a next melody where Michael Buckley. So you find that the whole of them influence just mold into the Bushman.
Yeah.
I mean, I tell you the truth. Iron Champion, Iron, any artist were influenced by, because a lot of artists now have their influence and free to say it in an interview, but we know it's the one continent right with the other, and Iron Champion, Iron. So we speak of all our influences. Sizzla Kalonji, and whether you believe it or not, Vybz Kartel as a lyricist, I tell you, but one of the things with the media is that a lot of the great songs of the youth, the media don't publicize it, so it influences the youth to do more crazier songs, because those are the songs that are being publicized, you know what I say?
Yeah, man, for real.
A great artist, man, powerful youth with words, man. One to Mr. Matalan, we have so much land and portion and land. Them tune they hardly play, tune like all the murder that suffer around here. Them tune they hardly play Me Love My Mother. Them tune them Guilty Your Honor because I love my mother. Them cartel, they have some crazy cartel. Me here have some business now where my youth them play, but I never hear play on radio yet. Anytime the youth them make no lyrics go against gun and violence and them things, it's not being peace in Jamaica. And you know me I say it's like you have to be a peace spot for your music to be played in Jamaica. So it kind of influence the youth. But the youth them great. And only for them have an influence to Rastafari.
Real talk, Dada, trust me. And it's a common factor I see with our music, as you would call music of black heritage. It's a common factor I see across the globe.
Right.
Yeah, for real, from America, with hip-hop youth them, the man attack about killing one another and drugs and pimping and all these things, and big top celebrity them gone #1.
Yes,
same thing here in the UK. You have a thing called UK hip hop, you have a thing called grime, and it's the same thing. The youth them will attack beer, arms house and badness and rate. At them youth they will get the exposure, and you have a little youth they will try to talk consciousness in them lyrics, and him not get no looking. So yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Generation of vipers, you know what I mean?
Yeah man, for real, King. It's a common factor with film music.
That's what the media does.
For real.